Well, hi there, I'm KK, and today I want to talk to you about how slow, steady change can actually change your life and improve your business. You know, so many times I interact with business owners that are looking for growth, that are excited about both personal and professional success. And I think one thing that, regardless of if it's your first success or a sustained success or even a success that maybe you're planning for, there's often some misperception about maybe how you get to that point, and specifically about the difference between this rapid growth, instantaneous society that we live in, and then there's that slow, steady, consistent growth that really tends to stand the test of time and help you to be even more successful, both personally and professionally. You know, I really believe the best change is often slow. Whether you're working on physical needs, emotional needs, business needs, even working through interpersonal things, it's just one of those best practices that I can apply to both life and business, and I think it's important to share with you today. So when I think about why slow, steady, small changes work, it's because there's a methodology to being successful in almost anything in life. And it really has to do with taking the time to analyze, really understanding what your first step is and the subsequent steps after that. And then there is the act of implementation, which is often glossed over in our current culture, right? It's very sexy to talk about overnight successes and, you know, side hustles that turned into massive cash cows. What isn't exciting in our culture these days is the concept of putting your head down, getting to work, and seeing it slowly and consistently come to fruition. I think it's just it's an occupational hazard for me that I just can't buy into that level of success for anyone, even when I've seen it work out. And the reason is, more often than not, it really is one of those spaghetti at the wall opportunities where someone struck gold with an idea, with a circumstance, with something they fell into naturally. And it's very different to plan your success and to make sure that you're able to see that success through to fruition. And so that is why I know that slow, small, steady change works. I've used behavior modification like this in almost any aspect of life that you can think of, whether it was personal or if it was getting a client through certain needs that they had. So this can be applied literally to a physical need, an emotional need, a experiential need, or interpersonal need. I've literally lived through, either personally or with a client, each and every one of those. And I can tell you that the client who loses 100 pounds in 30 days versus the client who loses 100 pounds in 2 years, there is a difference in how they're able to keep the weight off, right? And they're able to be even more successful in the long term. And it is exactly the same, whether it's staffing your business or applying to some area of your life that maybe is not as turnkey or as consistent as you'd like it to be. So here's the big secret to this one. These slow, small, steady changes, you probably already know what they are. You likely know the things that need to be done to truly get to where you want to be. And that's where typically I work with people who know what they need to do, but they need someone to help them to implement and stay on track and accountable to getting that success. But I want to encourage you today that you have and know what you need to get to those kind of big picture, exciting moments that you're dreaming of and working towards. You can absolutely meet the goals and the desires of your heart, of your business, and of your life simply by sticking with those things you know to do. And so, as much as I love helping people get to that next level and make breakthroughs happen both in their business and their personal life, I want to empower you today that you may know the things that are needed and that may be enough for you in order to really actualize the success that you want. For many, they do still need that level of accountability where the small changes, they're not sexy and exciting, right? They don't give you these big milestones that you can get excited and cheer about. And so you oftentimes need someone to keep you on the right path and to redirect you when you're starting to wane or just kind of get misguided and misdirected, to be honest. And that's where I think having a no deprivation, no struggles approach to this can be really toxic, because many times, there's a phrase we use in behavior management about white knuckling. And that's where white knuckling comes in, where it's like, I know what I need to do. I'm just going to do it, but my heart's not in it, right? My desire isn't really there, or it's there short term, but not long term. And there's one thing I know about slow, small, steady change. It's that it works, but you have to work it, right? You can't bullshit it. You can't sidestep each of the different things that need to be done. And so it's incredibly important that you are slow, steady, consistent, and small, so that you can actually get to those, big goals and those exciting aspects of your life that you're looking forward to celebrating. So I'm curious, what are those things that you're kind of putting off or struggling to complete in order to get to a goal that you have? I really believe that acknowledgement of the goal is really just the beginning. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm never really excited to hear about people's goals, because I find them to be, I always say pie in the sky, waxing and waning about what could be. But what I love is when you tell me where you're stuck, where you're honest and transparent and truly authentic about what you need to get out of stuck, or that you take that advice and that we work methodically to get you wherever you want to go, because it's absolutely possible regardless of what it is. And I think you'll find that it's going to feel better, it's going to stay better, and it's honestly going to be a lifelong lasting change when it's slow, small, and steady. I'm KK. Let's talk more about these soon.